You gonna teach the class, Sukes? Yeah? What do you think? You teach the class? Setting your cats aside. So today is going to be similar to last week in that we'll have that sort of flow for fortitude. It's considered a mandala flow. And a mandala flow is something that is circular, so that it sets us up into standing, it brings us back down to the other side, it brings us up into standing, it brings us down into the other side. And it's just a really fantastic way of moving ourselves all the way around, to take what's in front and put it in back, and put what's in back and take it into front, that we have more space and more perspective, or we can handle different outlooks than we expect. Sometimes we're only facing in one direction, and learning to face another direction is important. And what came as I was working through this and thinking about it during the week was that I can feel stuck in this sense of being at home or still staying in place more often than I am familiar with. And then when I stay in a space, and I'm in a home that I absolutely love and that I never imagined I would have enough time here. And what's happening is that by being here physically, over time, I'm not actually residing here. And by residing, I am full-bodied, present, noticing, participating, not scattered, distracting, planning, just to be here. And for that to happen, I need first to move to sort of set the stage, get everything in order, and then pause. So we move in and out 3 times, and then we reside. And we let it in. And I let this space hold me, and I let the posture hold me. And it's not about taking the pose any further. It's not about fidgeting or finding something new. That when we land and when we reside, there's a stillness that we're beginning to inhabit. We spend a lot of time on screens right now. There's a lot of quick activity to that. There's jumping from one thing to another, one task to another. Earlier in the week, I just had to shut everything off the phones, turn off the Wi-Fi, turn it all off. I don't use it a lot. I don't have a television. I don't watch the news. I'm very particular about what I take in. But still, even that level was throwing me off, and developing more intention around stillness became a real blessing. So we're going to move and be still again and again. We'll have the 30 minutes. It's all just to get you sorted from the week. If 30 minutes is what you have, can't wait. If you have more, second 30 minutes, take it into a bigger side angle, take it into a bigger revolution, take it up out of the chest, out of the legs and the front body. And then from the last, if you have 90 minutes, really building down into the seat and finishing with a 3-part breath that can just let all of it fall into place. So if you have 30 minutes, you're ready to go. If you have 60 minutes, stay with it. And if you have the full 90 minutes, I can tell you that when you finish, there will be a sensation of real arrival, of real return, of an ability to reside where you are. This is where we're going. Today I am using the vinyasa shuffle, which I'm finding I enjoy. So on the Spotify, on my account, it says vinyasa shuffle, and you just put shuffle play, and it's 50 some songs at this point that will make its own playlist. Otherwise, go quiet. Otherwise, if you choose, I think at this part there's probably 20 different vinyasa sequences if you want to use them for a playlist. So we'll start out on hands and knees. Good morning. Good morning. May we reside in this morning without distraction, without being pulled here or there. So today I have a blanket and 2 blocks. With the blanket folded, my knees are padded. Just starting out, have an extra layer for our breath work. And as you get warm, maybe peel it off when you're ready. Hands and knees, heels of your hands just under the front edge of your shoulders. Tuck your chin, drop your head, hips side to start. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hips side to side. How far can you take your hips? How far can you take your hips? Find the outer edges of your hips, the outer edges of your shoulders, the outer edges of your spine, and then the center. Drop the navel, lift the heart, exhale, rounding. Inhale, open. Out, and in. Good. Now we'll stay here for the next 30 seconds. Make it your size. Maybe it starts out so sweet and small. Maybe it's already big and juicy. See where you gotta go. Closing your eyes, stay with it. Stay with it. Just let it build a little bit of heat. Three. Good. 2. Keep it going all the way to the end. And child's pose, take it back, keep it warm, keep it long. We'll inhale to hands and knees, we'll tuck toes, we'll rise up, down dog. 3. Inhaling, hands, knees. Back to child. There's our flow. Settle in. Out to dog. In, hands, knees, broaden your shoulders. Out to child. To hands, knees. To down dog. Hands, knees. To child. To rise. We'll add our ohms into our child this round. So inhaling, hands, knees. Exhaling through Om. Om. Hands, knees. Down dog. Hands, knees to an Om. Om. Hands, knees. Last round. Rise. Dog pause. 3. Without moving, without fidgeting. Letting the breath make space internally once again. And hands, knees. Adding your blocks, both blocks underneath your left hand. Take your left toes out to the side. Toes tucked under behind you. There's your kickstand. And extend your right foot flat to the floor. Good. Right hand up and over. So left toes are straight behind your left knee. Toes are tucked under. You're stable. Elbow to knee. Inhale to open. Exhale, elbow to knee. Go 5, 4. We reside in the movement. We stay steady in the rhythm. 1 more. And then stay still. Right foot flat, hips forward. Staying. Staying. Let your body change. Feel all the ways it wants to move forward or back. Just stay steady for a moment. Softening, softening. The right side will get a little bit louder. And we move to the left, taking your blocks to the right side. Right hand on the blocks. Right toes are tucked under. Left foot flat. Left hand overhead. Elbow to knee. Open and close. 5, 4, 3, 2, and then stay foot flat to the floor, outer edge of your left foot down, right toes into the floor, the pelvis opens, right hand down, left hand over, stay. Feeling how it changes you from inside. 1 more. Good. Good. And set it down. That stillness is a balm. Put both blocks at the top. Downward facing dog. Raise your right heel high. Bend your right knee, bend your left knee, press both straight. 3. Bend your knees, bend your elbows, press both straight. 2. Bend your knees, bend your elbows, press straight, pause. Drop your head, drop your left heel. Step your right foot up, put your left knee to the floor. Right hand to your thigh, left hand up. So take your hips back and sweep forward. Exhale, hands down, inhale, hand high. Left toes are tucked under behind you. Move from your feet. Now we have it. 3. Good. 2. Left hand high, stay. Right hand high, stay. Interlace your fingers, press straight up. Hips forward and back. Press the left toes down, descend the left hip forward. As the hip comes forward, open the left side lung, the left palm. Go 1 more time. As you come slowly forward, press that left hip. Press into the left palm, stay 3. Stay 2. And coming down. Step back, downward facing dog. Press the left hand down and away. Soften your right knee. Press your left thigh back. Hands in knees, knees wide, toes together. Walk your hands a big step to the right. So your left palm flat to the floor. Drop your head. Soften your left elbow. Soften your left shoulder and your left hip. And breathe deeply into the left side of your body, getting a little further in. Spin your left ribs toward the floor. And then find the center. And find downward facing dog. Hips up high. Feel the left side, feel the right. So right foot down, left heel high, it comes up. Bend your knees. Exhale, press straight. Drop your head. Inhale, bend your knees, bend your elbows. Exhale, press. Bend your knees, bend your elbows. Last one, stay. Strong in the hands, rest in your right heel. All the way, float to the left toes.
Drop your head, no tension in the neck, stable. Left foot steps up, right knee down, left hand to your left thigh, right hand high. Here's inhale, right hand down. So your right toes are tucked under behind you, allowing you to move forward and back. Reside in the movement. Find where you need to go. Find where it's caught. 3. Press your right toes down into the floor. Send your right hip a little bit forward. 1 more, we go. Hands high, left hand to the right. Interlace your fingers, palms up. And now only the hips. Keep the hands high. Keep sending your right hip forward. Your right toes down. Your right ribs wrap forward and stay. So it's not about dropping into the front foot. Rest in the ball of your left foot. And this will give you a little height up out of the hips, a little height up into the hands. And a little bit to the left, a little bit to the left with your hands. And down. Step back, downward facing dog. Right hand press down, right hip high, left knee soft. Feel your breathing start to expand. The chest and the back. Knees wide, toes together, hands and knees. Walk your hands a step to the left, right palm down. Soften, drop your right elbow, drop your right shoulder. Steady, drop your head. Breathe into the right side shoulder. Into the center, downward facing dog. 3. Hands are even, thumbs down, base of the first finger down. Soften your knees, hips high. Shake out your head softly. You're making space, you're making space. Hands and knees. Right hand behind your head. Right elbow to the left wrist. Wrap down. Inhale, open. Exhale, down to open. And just stay in this movement, growing stronger through the left hand, the supported hand on the floor, opening through the ribs and the chest. Now we go 3, 2. Right hand high, pause. Turn your palm forward and move a little forward and back. Spread the collarbones, open the chest. Good. Open wide. Take all that right side length and wrap it behind your left shoulder, right shoulder to the floor. Look up. Inhale, sweep up high. 2. Roll down. 1 more time, roll up tall, reaching out. Take all the length and wrap your right shoulder to the floor and pause. Drop the right side of your head, stay. Work there, or extending your left hand out overhead to your fingertips. A little more revolution in the chest. Work there, or lift the left knee, ball of the foot to the floor, the whole left side long. And deepen your breath into the right side of your spine. Residing 3, 2, knee to the floor, left hand back, press down, downward facing dog, take it back all the way. High plank, pull forward, look forward, down dog, hips up, knees bent. Plank, press. Knees bend, take it back. And press plank, hands, knees. Left hand behind your head and left elbow to wrist. Inhale, opening. Exhale, closing. Find the resistance, find the reluctance and soften. Acknowledge it, don't push into it. I know my left side doesn't move as quickly or as fully as my right sometimes. So I give it a minute, go 3, and then invite it. Invite it open 2. Left hand high. Turn your left palm to the front of the mat. Move forward and back. Move forward and back. All the ways in which your hips are related to your shoulders, into your hands, stay. Take that length, wrap behind your right wrist, shoulder to the floor. 3. Inhale, bring it up. And wrap behind 2. Inhale up. And wrap down, stay. Stay. Drop the left side of your head, stay. Right fingertips out ahead of you if you choose. A little more revolution in the chest. Further would be to lift your right knee, ball of the foot to the floor, looking up underneath your right shoulder. Breath behind your left lung. To be still. To be changed. Right knee down. Right hand back. Down dog. Take it back. High plank. Draw forward. Look forward. Down dog. Knees bend. Hips high. Press 3. And 2. And 1. Down dog. Left heel high. Bend your left knee. Straighten it out. Bend your left knee. Roll the left hip open. Straighten it out. Bend your left knee. Roll your hip open. And step the left foot outside of the left hand. Put both blocks underneath your left shoulder. Warrior 2. Good. Reflow. Inhale, hands up, palms together, straighten your front leg. Exhale. 1. Inhale, rise. Float. And 2. Inhale, rise. And stay. Breathe in as if you stood. Breathe out. Breathe in as if you stood. Breathe out. 1 more, as if you stood. And move again, elbow to thigh, right hand over. Exhale, warrior 2. Straight left leg, hand up. Inhale, take it back. And warrior 2. Elbow to thigh, inhale over. And warrior 2. Reverse. Warrior 2. Side angle. And warrior 2. Straighten your front leg, drop back. Warrior 2. Elbow to thigh, reaching overhead, make a fist. Elbow to rib, look down. Inhale, reach out. Anchor into your right heel. As you reach your right hand, reach your right heel into the floor, like we did preparing on the floor last time. Reach up, reach out, stay. If you choose, left hand to the blocks. 3. Letting the momentum continue to move through you as though stirring liquid in a glass. And then taking out the spoon, the liquid continues. Excellent. Looking down, hands wide, standing tall. Take your blocks, put them inside your right foot, pivot your feet. Heels in and under your knees, hold a great ball. Arms round, sit. Inhale, exhale. Out the hands. Let it begin to build a little bit of intensity.
Let it flush through you. The intensity of past days, past moments get smaller. Here we go. Pulse. Pulse. Feel it. Let it through. Let it out your hands. Let it out your face. 3, 2. We're going to take this momentum. Warrior 2. Pivot your back heel back. Your front toes point forward. Inhale, hands up high. We're building. Exhale, fortitude. Inhale up. Exhale, grace, grace, grace. Inhale, rise. Strong back leg, hands wide. Stay in warrior 2. Inhale as if you rose. Exhale right out into the feet. Inhale up. Exhale back down into the feet. Reside, reside. It's getting louder, I know. Let it move. Elbow to thigh. Reach up over. Side angle. Warrior 2. Settle. Reverse. Inhaling. Exhale. Warrior 2. Inhale over. You're stronger than you realize. Warrior 2. Reverse. And a chance to feel our strength is important to remember. Not in our mind, but in the experience of our blood and bones. Reverse. Warrior 2. Elbow to thigh, stay. And now elbow to rib, look down. Inhale, reach up. And extend from the center of your left heel into the fingertips of your left hand. One more time. Reaching up, reaching out. Right hand down to the block, stay. All the momentum. Let it move through you. Anchor the left heel into the floor. We're building steadiness, a very physical experience of our own reasons to trust ourselves. And set it down. Blocks go forward, downward facing dog. Take it back. Inhale, high plank. Down dog, bend your knees. 3. Press out. 2. And 1. Knees down, feet flat, please. Right here, pause. Trying to broaden your chest by pulling into the outer edges of your hands. Stay. And then press the thumb down and the first finger knuckle down. Stay. Press into the hands, press the tops of the feet, float your knees an inch. Stay. 3. Navel to spine. Rest in your hands, rest in your feet. Let your navel rise. Reside. Reside. Smile. Knees down. All the way down to your belly, all the way into a sphinx, elbows down, heart high. Let your hips move side to side. Let your fingertips draw your heart up. Let your thighs go down. Put your hips right in the middle of your blanket. Palms down, elbows back. Here's your cobra. We do 3 rolls down. Down. Peel open, wag your tail. Roll down. Peel open. Roll down. Peel open. Hands, knees, down dog. Press back. We go to the other side. We return. Right heel high, left heel down. Stay 3. Stay 2. Bend your right knee. Open your right hip. Press your right leg straight. Bend your right knee. Open your right hip. Press your right leg straight. Last one, bending. Hip open, tuck of the chin, and press straight. Right foot steps up. Blocks inside the right foot. Warrior 2. Straighten the front leg. Inhale, float. Exhale. We know where we are. Rise. We know what to do. Exhale. One more. Find your body. Trust yourself. Warrior 2. Breathe as if you stood. Out to land. Breathe. Rise. And land. All the way into the fingertips. And land.
elbow to thigh. Inhale, over the top. Exhale, warrior two. Reverse. Let it build. Warrior two. Elbow to thigh. Warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Coming to know ourselves more deeply, closer to the bone. Elbow to thigh. And warrior two. Last, return. Reach back. Straighten that front leg. Strong in the back thigh. Warrior two. Elbow to thigh. Stay. Left elbow to left rib. Look down. Reach up. Look up. Exhale. Center into the left heel. From the left heel to the left fingertips, last time. Reach up, reach out, stay. Right hand down to the blocks if you choose. Let it through you. Hips under the heart. Heels into the floor. And warrior two, stand up tall, straighten your legs. Both toes point to the left, right side of your mat. Set your blocks to the front. Heels in, toes out. Hold a ball. Inhale, float. Rinse out. Where does it need to go? What needs to shift that you could hold, that your capacity could begin to show a little bit more, that you could let a little more through. Exhale as you bend. Inhale as you rise. Open your knees wide. And then find a little bit more of a pulse. A little bit more of a bounce. A little bit more into the light, into the dark. Going three. We're going to build this momentum and turn it right into your flow. Two, take it with you. Ready? Warrior two. Heel back. Left toes forward. Inhale, straighten up. Exhale, warrior two, land in all you are. Inhale, rise. Exhale, bend. Inhale. Exhale, stay. In as if you rose. And out to your feet. In. Stay in it, stay in it, stay in it. Good. And now let it move you. Elbow to thigh, over the top. Warrior two. Come back, come back. Reverse, straighten up. Warrior two. Inhale over. Warrior two. Reverse, reach. Rise. Good. Warrior two. Feel your ability. Land in your feet. Stay. Bring your elbow to your rib. Look down. Inhale, reach out. Exhale. Turn your chin. Feel it all the way to the crown of your head and all the way back down into your feet. And now stay. If you choose, blocks under your left hand. Hips are forward under your heart. Feet are long. Good. Looking down. Bring your hands down. Step your left foot back. Set your blocks all the way out of the way. We need a little space around the mat right now. Down dog. We're going to roll through our cobra, one of my favorite releases for the chest and the spine. So everything that we flushed, everything we got moving, bring it through. High plank. I will fold my blanket aside and get a clean mat here, all the way down. So your right arm extends out. You roll to your right side, bending your left knee to the ceiling, and then roll back belly down to a cobra to inhale, rise. Left arm, reach out, roll left, right knee peels open, and roll down to a cobra. That's all, side to side. Inhale at the center. Exhale down. And at first, it might take a moment to find your way in and out. And then really allow the movement to become very, very fluid. And we will stay 30 more seconds. Three, two, and a last pause. Plant your palms beside your ribs, elbows back, reach into the toes, cobra. So the hips stay on the floor. Hips stay on the floor, elbows stay in. Any tension in your low back, come part way down, firm your legs. And lift the heart. 3. Hips down, thighs down. 2. Good. All the way down, roll right over onto your back. Knees bend, arms wide. Pause here, 3. Add a block between your thighs and a block to the left side, right beside your hips. Arms wide, lifting your heels the height of your knees over your hips. Make a right angle, hold the block. On the exhalation, drop your knees towards the opposite block. Hold the block. Inhale, center. Exhale, drop across. 2, knees down, heels a little higher, and center. Good. Adjust that bottom block on the floor to catch the outer edge of your knee. And then left hand on the thighs. Stay 3. Outer right hip softening. Hold the block softly. Turn your navel to the right. Spin the knees down, the heels up a little bit. And then centering. Feet down, hips neutral. Block on the floor goes to the right side. Lifting your feet, hold the block, drop to the right. Tap the block, find your outer knee to the block, and then inhale back up. If you don't need the block on the floor, that's all right. Set it aside. It's nice to have a little bit of support, a little bit of height, so that the body isn't absolutely at its edge. Go one more time. You're going to inhale, knees up. Holding the block, feel that support through the low abdomen and drop your knees to the right. Stay. Right hand on the left thigh. Now give it a moment. Relax your inner thighs. Relax your inner mouth. And in that softening through the legs, you can lightly hold the block, turn your navel left. Bring it to the center. Feet flat. Now, if you are concluding, and that's your 30 minutes, awesome. You can pause right here, let your low back adjust for at least 3 to 6 breaths. If you choose, you can make it into a supported bridge or let your legs out into your Shavasana. Going on with me, roll back over, downward facing dog. Good. Left heel high, we return. Bend the left knee, open the hip. Exhale, press it out straight. Bend the left knee. Inhale, bend the elbows. Exhale, press it all straight. Inhale, bend the elbows, bend the knees. Elbows in, press your hands, lift your heel. Straight. Tuck your chin. The left foot steps up to warrior two, but your block's inside your front foot again. Stack your top block a little bit higher so you stand it on its edge. And warrior two, we're building a triangle. Straightening your left leg. Good. Taking your left hand down to those blocks. That block is directly underneath your left shoulder. Your right hand turns to the front of your mat. Your heels are weighted. And in your inhale, you're reaching your right hand over the top without bowing through the hips or the ribs. Turn your right palm to the ceiling and take your right hand back towards your hip. Look down. Awesome. And return. Right hand high. You're moving your right hip away from your right heel. And then right hand down. Inhaling up and over, looking up. Last time. Sweep back. Steady in the feet. Reside in your movement. And right hand high. Finding your triangle, spreading your collarbones, standing in your heels. Lightly draw your heels towards each other. And with that, the navel will draw up. Draw your heels towards each other and reach your right hand over the top. Stay 3. Stay 2. And the right hand back, bend your left knee. Rise up. Hands to your hips. Step your right foot closer. So you're about 3 to 4 feet apart. Step your right foot toward the right outer edge of your mat so that you square your hips and your heels are in line with your hips, not in line with each other. A block goes out in front and a block goes to the left side of your left foot. Left hand turns thumb down and the back of your hand to your mid-spine, right hand high. Draw your navel and the back of your hand towards each other. So navel goes back, left back of hand, they come towards each other, it wraps the ribs in. And with the hinge of your hips, your right hand down toward the block. Adjust your block so your fingertips find the block. Fingertips down and away. Right heel down, left heel down. If you need 2 blocks, stack them under your right hand so everything is ready. Arm beside your ear, right hand high. Little bend in the left knee if you need to. Here we go, 3 times. Check your chin. Exhale, navel to spine. Good, folding. Building ability in the back of your body. Inhale, rise up. That we don't only want mobility or flexibility, we want stability. We need strength to hold the spine steady. Hold ourselves high. Rise. Good, good, good. A little longer. Lift the right heel, right thigh. Square the right hip and fold. And stay. 3. And notice where you're holding with a sensation of tension and instead extend into your heels, scissor your thighs, lengthen the back of your neck, lift that left elbow. Building a base. Use your right hand, bring your block underneath your right shoulder, scissor your thighs. So that you're strong through the navel, roll your left elbow up, left hand up, and turn. Legs are strong. You've revolved your triangle only now through the chin. Turn your chin down, breathing out. Turn your chin up, breathing in. Navel to spine. Turn right from your heel to the top of your head. Last time. Now staying. You may stay here, or if you've got the balance, the determination, the desire, your hand to the little toe side of your left foot, scissor your thighs, reaching out for 3. All the way through the left side of your spine for 2. Good, look down. Set your blocks forward, step back, downward facing dog. Just for a moment. Pause. Might feel a little bit through the left hip, left heel. High plank, please. Step your left foot halfway up your mat. Heel on the mat, toes turn off so that your foot is perpendicular to the midline of your mat. Your left heel is halfway up. I'll spin so you can see it. And I turn my toes out. Come onto the outer edge of your right foot. Drop your heel to the floor. Take your left hand high. Your left knee goes towards your right foot and reach over. Scissor your thighs and open that outer left hip. Lifting your hips. Draw your right inner thigh towards your left. Send your left knee back towards your right foot. A little deeper, a little further into the body. Left hand high, set downward facing dog. Bending your knees, come onto the balls of your feet. Knees soft, heels high. Widen your feet to the outer edges of your mat and take your hips wide side to side. Wide side to side. Let yourself move and explore. It's deeper work all the way into the sides of the spine, the connective tissue. Let yourself move. Good. And then your centered dog. Step your feet back in, hands down and away. Left foot to the center line. Right heel high. Bend your right knee deeply and then straighten out. Bend your right knee, roll your right hip open, straighten both legs. A last time, bending your knee, reaching your heel back behind you, roll your hip open, and from there, straighten your right leg. Step your right foot up to warrior two. Blocks inside your right foot. And stand tall. Straightening your right leg, building triangle, right hand down. Your top block on its edge. You're getting enough space that you're not congesting that right hip joint. Collarbones are broad, left hand is high, the palm of your hand faces the top of the mat. Let it settle, let it settle. Heels into the floor, and the hand over the top, reaching towards the front of the mat. Turn your left palm and bring it back and look down. Take your time now. Inhale up over the top, look up, and exhale down. Inhaling up over. Good. And the left hand high to pause, to stay. So weight, 40% of your weight in your right hand keeps you up out of that right hip joint. Slowly take the left hand over the top for 3. For 2. Good. Left hand high. Soft bend in your right knee. Press down to stand tall. Hands to your hips. Step your left foot a step closer to your right foot. And your left foot a step towards the left side of your mat. So that when you square your hips, your heels are in line with your hips, not in line with each other. Set one block out in front, set one block to the right side if you choose. Right hand, turn your thumb down, take the back of your hand to your mid-back. Press your navel towards your hand and your hand towards your navel. Seal this center. Left hand high so that you can hinge at the hips, navel to the spine. Soft bend in your front knee, fingertips finding the block, stand it up as it needs to be. And wrap your left hip forward, extending your arm, drop your head. So here's our base, here's our setup. Navel to spine, press your hand to your spine. And rise tall. Here's our inhale. 3 times. Exhale, tuck of the chin. Hinge at the hips. Low back is growing stronger. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. One more. You're moving from your legs, from your navel, rather than rounding your back. Hinge of the hips, chin is in, stay steady. So fingertips finding the block. Left hip wraps forward, right hip wraps back. Open the left side. Draw the left hand under your shoulder. Bring the block with you. If you need to, stand it on its edge. If you need 2 blocks, stack them up. Roll your right elbow up. Learn your chin up, right hand high. Scissor your thighs. Broaden your collarbone. Stay. Turn your chin down. And now on your exhale, turn your hand back up. Inhale, look down. The temptation is to crank through the chest and instead turn from the navel, turn from the feet. Instead of trying to take your right hand further behind you, that's just moving your shoulders. Move from your feet, scissor your thighs, left heel down. There's your work, or left hand to the outer block outside your little toe. Turn it a little further, we stay 3. Right hip back, right big toe down, left hip forward, left heel down. Look down, right hand down, soften. High plank. I'll spin so you can see. Right foot steps halfway up. Turn your heel on the mat, turn your toes off the mat, just halfway, so your heel's in line with your hips. Bring your left foot to your outer heel, outer edge of foot, right hand high. Right hand overhead. Draw your right knee towards your left heel. Press your left hand down and away. Lift your hips for 2. Right hand high, look down, set down, press back, down dog. Wag the tail. Widen your feet, lift your heels, bend your knees, wag your tail, move it around as it needs to, move it around as it needs to, turn of the chin, big bend of the knees, press it high wherever you need to go. Stepping your left foot up to your hand, spin to the right side of your mat. Find center. And with your fingertips on the floor or your hands on blocks, move side to side. From your outer sheet to your inner thigh, move side to side. Finding center, hips up high, heart long. Walk your fingertips back, bringing the crown of your head toward the floor, elbows in. Toes softly in, a little bend in the knees. Press your hands down, your head down, your hips high. Using the heels of your hands to draw your heart right between your knees. 3, 2. Put it together, bend to the knees, walk your fingertips out, sit your seat down, take your hands up wide. Just like our Kundalini warm-up. Bend your right knee. Let's add our blocks. Inside the feet and ahead of the big toes. Add the blocks. Now we go. Bend your right knee deeply, left hand down to the block. Find your revolution. Find your revolution. Ha. Inhale, center, stand up tall. Bend your left knee, right hand down, left hand high. Rinse it out. Inhale up. We'll do 3. Left hand down, add on. Take your right hand overhead, inhaling. Exhale, look down. Stand tall. Right hand to the block. Inhale, left hand over. And look down. Stand tall. Hand down to over. Look down. Stand tall. We're building. We're building. We're moving. Stand tall. Hands down. Now set your blocks forward. This is what we've made. Heel toe your way inside. Right hand to your left shin. Draw your right shoulder back towards your right knee. Ha. Turn out the chin. So your right arm straightens, opening the back of your right shoulder. And fingertips to the floor. Take your left hand to your outer right shin. Straightening your arm, draw your left shoulder towards your left knee. Walk your fingertips forward so that you're beginning to open the back of the left shoulder. Send your left hip back and high. You can repeat that working one side at a time, or right hand to your left shin. So your arms are crossed. If you need to, bring your feet a little closer. Hips high. So right hand is on the left shin. Left hand is on the right shin. Take your bottom hand, let go of the left hand, and sweep across the front and catch hold of the left shin and square your chest. Release the right hand, reach wide across the front, catch hold of your left shin, and square your chest, cross your arms. We go. Release the left. Catch the shin, rinse. Release the right. Catch the shin, rinse, square it off. Left, release. Exhale, square. Right, release. And square, drop your head. Keep releasing the bottom arm, catch hold, rinse at the center. We're going to get a little bit quicker. Out. Inhale, sweep. Exhale, square. Inhale, sweep. Exhale, square. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Reside in the movement. Reside in the movement. Even lighter, even quicker. Can you let it through? Can you be moved? Drop your head, close your eyes, going. 3, 2, 1. To stay, to stay. Little wag the tail. Last time, release the bottom hand. Cross over, tuck your chin, drop your head, stay. Release your shins, fingertips to the floor. Heart comes up high. Step everything to the top of your mat. Widen your feet, sit your seat down. Palms together, elbows to thighs, heart high. Heart up, seat down, chest broad. Just reside. Drop your seat. Drop your seat. And bring it down. Sit to the floor. Roll back. Paws open. Release your back, your chest, your face. Let your knees fall in. Three, 2, knees to your chest. Roll forward and back. Right through the spine. Roll to a seat, hands behind you, fingertips pointing in. And then turn your palms so that the palms are down, the thumbs point forward, the fingers point away a little taller through the chest. Fingers point toward the front.
hips up. Rock your hips forward. Come off the heels of your hands onto the balls of your hands. Feel it lengthen the forearms and the fronts of your shoulders. And then rock heels down, heels of your feet and heels of your hands. Good. Rock your hips forward. Lift your heels. Lift the heels of your hands, the heels of your feet. Open your arms and your chest. And then heels down, feet and hands. Walk your hands back an inch. Heels down, hips a little higher. Good. Bend the elbows. Rock forward last time on the balls of your feet. Lift the heels. Open your feet. Lift the hands. Spread your fingers. So that when we come back, the heels of the hands down, the heels of the feet down. There's space in the arms to let the heart come high. There's weight in the heels to let the hips rise without force. Work on putting the base of your big toes into the floor. Inner thighs wrap down, chest is broad. Be heavy in your hands and let your upper body float. The work is in the feet and the hands. If you choose, look to straight up. If you choose a little bit of a drop, go 3, 2. Tuck of the chin, the elbows bend, the seat comes down. Hands to shins, roll yourself forward and back. 3, 2. Good. 1. Roll back, pause. Cross your left ankle over your right knee. Draw your right thigh towards you. Interlace your fingers behind your thigh. Bring it in. Let that open the right side of your low back. Flex and point your right toe. Straighten and bend your right leg. Flex both feet. Bring it in. Perhaps you can hold over the shin of your right foot. Stay. Keep your right hand where it is. Left hand on the left thigh. Send it away. Putting your right foot to the center line of your mat. Lift your hips and take them left. So you're on your outer right hip as your left foot comes to the floor. Just bring it straight over and set your foot to the floor. Right hand comes to your left inner thigh and send it away. Left hand wide with the elbow bent. Left foot flat to the floor. Left knee away. Relax your left inner thigh. Imagine that there is a fist that's closed tightly in the left hip. And as you gently deepen your breathing, you're opening the fist of your left hip. And the whole left side begins to change, and you start to extend your left hand a little further above you. Opening from your left hip to your left rib, to your left shoulder, to your left hand. Extend, reach, explore. Last one. To release the left hand, roll back into the center, feet flat. Knees wash side to side. Knees wash side to side. Drop your left knee into the center. Cross your right ankle over the left outer knee. Hands overhead. Press your left knee into your right ankle and send your left hip forward. That's your bottom knee. So you have your right ankle crossed over your left knee. Press your knee into your ankle and send your left hip forward. Press your left inner foot into the floor. And just find center.
feet flat. Cross your right ankle over the left knee. Right hand on the right side, then send it away. Softening, opening that right side fist. Draw your left thigh closer. Interlace your fingers behind your thigh. Flex and point your feet. Straighten and bend your left knee, bringing your left thigh a little closer each time. Flex your feet. Press your left heel high. Press your right knee away. And then as you bring that left heel in, perhaps you've made space and you can hold the front of your left shin. Right hand to your right thigh, press away. Left hand stays on the shin. And it's opening the top of your left shoulder all the way behind your left ear. Putting the left foot to the center line, lift your hips and take your hips over to the right. Dropping onto the left outer foot, put your right foot flat to the floor and your left hand to your right inner thigh. Right arm will open wide and drop like a wing. Now time, just time. Keep the breath full and soft and smooth. Sending that right thigh forward. The sensation of a fist opening in your right hip. Take your right hand a little higher. Open the outer right hip, the outer right shoulder, the outer right hand. All the way back down to the left outer hip. Oh. To the center. Feet flat and feet wide. Knees side to side. When your right knee falls into the center, stay. You're on the inner edge of your right foot. Your right knee is falling in. Your left ankle crosses over your right outer knee. And now press your right knee up into the ankle. Press your ankle down into the knee and send your right hip toward the front of your mat, as though you were in camel, right? Send that right hip away from the floor, right arm wide. Action in the legs, so the right knee into the ankle down into the knee, the hip forward. To the center. Get your blocks. Hey girl. Putting your blocks on their lowest edge. So hips up, blocks underneath, rest there. Heels a little wider, thighs falling in will let your chest drop into your shoulders. Hands beside you or holding opposite elbows. As you inhale, it's as though you're lifting the bottoms of your ribs up towards your shoulders. Tuck a shoulder, tuck another. Feeling your inner knees fall in and down, the base of your big toes into the floor. If this feels sufficient, stay right here. Otherwise, heels are under your knees, press your heels down. Lift your hips, turn your blocks onto their end. Standing up side by side beneath the low back, beneath the sacrum. And then lengthening your breathing. When you're settled, arms go wide, palms down, thumbs into the floor. So the thumbs wrap down into the floor, just like your big toe wraps into the floor. That we could come up out of our hip joints, of our pelvis, all this sitting. Bring your hands down, stabilize the sides of the blocks, float your knees, float your heels, shoulders down for 5. For 4. For 2. Stay longer if you choose. Bend your knees, feet to the floor. Lifting your hips, remove the blocks. Out to the side. Spine rolls to the floor. Paws, feet flat, palms open. There's your 60-minute asana. 65 minutes. Any tension in the low back from the deep work of that bridge, bring one knee in at a time, just resting, hands over shins, bring it close. Couple breaths. When you're ready, changing sides. And then as you're ready, palms open, legs extend, staying in Shavasana. And if you choose, stay with us and just listen. Concluding. Or going further. Last stage, a little bit of the seat. Bring your hands to your shins and roll yourself up. Get your blanket behind you. Sitting on the edge of your blanket. Add your layer. Just keep your heat. The very simplest way to build our seat. Heels wide. Shake out the feet side to side, the knees up and down. Good. Wag the tail, wag the tail, wag the tail. Good. Side to side. Can you feel the space you've made? We did deep work in the lateral body. Our breath becomes free. The bones open. Good. Center, just a little. Tail back, heart forward. Tail back, heart forward. Find the inner thighs. Noticing you may have opened more than you realize in the course of our sequence today. I try to keep things fairly clean. There are definitely more adventurous classes. Aren't they fun? My asana is simpler than this. I just want to feel better when I finish. I want to feel tall. Sit up tall. Shake out the feet. Cross your left shin in front of your right. Left shin in front of the right. Walk your fingers forward. Maybe fingertips, press your seat back. Keep your heart forward. Maybe forearms. A little bit side to side. Let it move a little bit side to side. The work for me of asana is to return me to the center of myself. I just want to feel better. I want to play and race on my bike, in the pool, in the hills. And then I want to come here and find my way home. rise tall.
Change your feet. Right shin in front of the left. Suki.
Fold. Little side to side. Feel where it gets caught. Work your way in. Little bit, little bit. 3, 2. Sitting tall.
I want to feel tall and clear, strong and centered. So let's use the body to settle the mind. Left palm turns open. Right palm turns down. When you separate, your right hand goes down and your left hand comes up, as though the backs of your hands are coming further apart and back to center. Exhale, 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 exhale. Out the nose. Right palm presses down, the left palm comes up. They're separating about the length of a block. Adjust your seat, sit yourself tall, close your eyes. We're going to go 3 minutes. Out the nose. Free the chest, free the arms, free the shoulders. Let the breath be free to move through all of you. Shimmy the body if needed. Shake out any reluctance, resistance, any stiffness all the way through until the hands are easy, until it feels like you could just run. Relax your legs, heart up high, steady breath, steady in the hands. Relax your hips. The body moves as though you were running easily through a field. Going 1 minute. Loosen. Soften your face, soften your jaw, soften your joints. Sit a little taller, be a little looser in the hips and in the arms. The slightest revolution around the axis of your spine. Out, out, out. Clearing your opinions, clearing your brain state, finding this absolute freedom. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause, hands are still. The hands stay still, reside. In for 3, 2, 3. Out, 2, 3. In, 2. Sit tall, out, 2, for 4. In, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. In, out, In, out, in, out. One more. In, out. Free your breath. Be still. Bring your left hand under your right. Put your palms together. Turn your thumbs up. Same 4 counts. Any adjustment to your seat, set yourself tall. From the palms together, we open the hands until they face forward and the arms softly extend. To exhale, 3, 2, palms return. Inhale, open, 2, 3, 4, pause. Exhale, 2, 3, palms, pause. Inhale, open. Pause. Exhale, close. Pause. Continue. In. Pause. And out. Pause. In. Pause. Out. 3 more. In. Reach. Pause. Out. Pause. In. Pause. Out. Pause. 1 more. In. Pause. Out. Pause. Hands to thighs. Eyes closed. Be still. Let your breath be free. Let your breath be small and soft. Remember, you were built for this. The ancient path inscribed upon your bones, the persistent pattern echoing in your heartbeat. Let this be the season you turn your face toward the one who calls you. Return. Reside. Let this be the day you open wide your arms to the wind that knows how to bear you home. Return. Reside. Staying seated if you choose, or unfolding the last 4 minutes, resting fully. Wherever you go, stay warm, stay at ease. Rest in what you've made. Reside. Beginning to deepen your breathing. To take your hands overhead with the hint of a smile. All that you did for yourself in showing up, in moving, in growing still and bright. And walk your feet in. And hands to shins. And all the way up. Building your cross-legged seat. Sweep wide, reach tall. Palms together, all the way in. We'll go our 3 ohms right here. A in the belly, U in the chest, M in the head. Inhale, reach up. Last time. Hands to the forehead center. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Peace, peace, perfect peace. Thank you so much for your practice, for your time, for your trust. Replay it any time. All of these Saturday sequences are completely stalwart places to return to. Next Saturday we will repeat this sequence with a little bit of shift up, but something quite similar, that we get more familiar. There's less relying on my instruction and more relying on the postures and what they're there to offer you and what you can find that you require. We are all growing busy, and we are at the same time establishing our schedules. Find the things that serve you well and build around those. Find the things that bring you joy. Find the things that decrease your anxiety. Find the things that allow your work to come to fruition more quickly and more effortlessly. These are the signs of good practice. And then invest in those. If you like, set up a recurring donation. It's easy on my website. That way you know you've already paid yourself in advance to show up. I pay 5 different groups, companies, teachers. Over the course of a month, I know I will show up to them. I don't every day. But by doing that, I make a commitment to myself to make sure that I know this is what I require. I'm not saying it has to be with me, but I am saying build a schedule that will hold you through the weeks ahead and invest in yourself. I'm so grateful you're here. Have a fantastic week, and I will see you so soon. Satnam. Tomorrow morning, 8 to 9 Kundalini right here. Or if you're in Baltimore, you want to meet up in person, 10:30, I'll be at Druid Hill in Baltimore. 10:30 Druid Hill Park. It's called the Sundial Grove. Details are on my website under RSVP, marthamcalpin.com/RSVP. And I will see you so soon. Satnam. If you're curious, the poem was from Circle of Grace by Jan Richardson. That's for YouTube, and that's for Facebook.